Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to episode 44 of the Lavender Overhang, where in the last episode we did this. We got all of this lovely tree farm done and installed. Now, I know it was a little bit different with time-lapsing and everything, and I hope you enjoyed that, and it made the episode go a little bit quicker. We gained a little bit more progress. We are in the middle of changing out these chestnut trees for pines, which we will do as they go. We did unplant those, right? Yes, we did. Okay, so we did have some comments, and I love all of your comments. Thank you so much, guys, for going down there and leaving me a message about what you enjoyed or what you thought could be changed. And one thing that I had said is that I was bemoaning the fact that I didn't know what layer I was on. And I want to say it's Sedem 9 showed me up here in the corner. When you change layers, it shows the layer you're on. So thank you so much, because I don't know how I missed that. Maybe I knew that when we first got the layers and I just forgot it, which is easy to do because there's lots of new things at one time. But thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. I appreciate that. Second thing is that Mr. Bud had a couple of comments, and one of them is he thinks that if we rotate this and put the door to the forester in the ladder, that we will end up with him being able to do all of the trees for all of the levels. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl. I should have showed you what he only went up to, like half of the third level underground, first from the top, third level. So let's go ahead and put him in here like that. All right, and then we will high prioritize that, and I suppose we can get our beavers building while we're doing this. Oh, look, the dude from upstairs is down here planting. Awesome. All right, so let's go up a couple layers here. We do not have a lumberjack on this layer because this is all gathering. So we've got berries and chestnut trees on this one. And then if we come up a few more layers, then this guy is actually down here planting this one. But I know if we keep him highlighted and we go all the way to the bottom layer, he doesn't get the very last row of the area. So I'm wondering if the same is going to happen at the top, but we shall see. Let's go the other way. Is he built? Did they build that already? They did. Okay, so let's highlight him and then go up to... Yep. He doesn't get that very back layer. Okay. So having two of them is going to be necessary. Because it doesn't quite make it. All right. So all good to go. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. And I honestly am thinking, can we? These are the piles from the storage mod, which would give us the ability to put in more lumberjacks. I know, do we need a bunch of lumberjacks? I don't know. We're gonna put in a bunch though, because then I could keep the lumberjack off of the area where we are planting. This might end up being a moot point anyways. We were talking about possibly drilling into the side over here and putting in a underground storage, and that would mean we would need to come over this way. We also, nope, we can't put the forester on top of there because it's too tall. All right, and he would hit the ceiling. we would have had to make it taller to do that because he just barely fits in there right now. All right, so all of these trees are getting going. And I'm wondering if we shouldn't do that with the gatherer. But me, honestly, I don't know that we need that. Ooh, thank you, game. We don't need that much. That little guy is going to town there. We still haven't had a test with bad water to see if this is going to be a bad thing. All right, so let's move on to the next comment from Mr. Bud. Oops, I didn't put in a... I did add a couple of lumberjacks up here because this is never getting completely harvested. Part of it, I think, is the fact that we don't have enough lumber storage, which we are going to work on that today. Now, the other thing is I got a smart... I was watching Zedek, and he builds all of these like cranes with platforms, and I was like, we have been struggling to reach in here. Why can't we build a crane? And look at that. I built it, and they built that while we were discussing the tree farm, and already we are at the point that we couldn't reach before. I just needed to watch somebody else to understand what was going on. All right, so we'll let them deal with that. My other thought is we could put another zipline station right here. And then if we overhang off of here, we could come around these guys and come over to here. I think that will work. I don't think that will interfere with the trees, but if we need to, we could always put a block up and then put it on top of that, which might be the way we go, just to make sure that it doesn't get interfered with. All right. I can't see with the water on. So it looks like we have all of this dynamite in here. Now we figured this was the last chunk we could implode here without starting to mess with the little thing we have going on there. But we will go ahead, and I can't quite see past those overhangs. There we go. That makes life easier. Let's go ahead and let's see, is that like 1 or 2? I think it's 2. Let's go ahead and put a couple of 2s in there. I know this is not what we said we were working on today, but hey, it is something we need to complete. This will connect our big water tank here to the water stream down here, and would allow us to not touch the water that's under here until all of this is empty. So I think that that would be a good way to go without causing an issue. We might be able to go down one more. Let's take a peek here. All right, so right there's our 3. If we go ahead and we stick this dynamite on it, we'll be able to see at least for a minute here. Yeah, I think we can get away with one more set of 3 there. And back down so that I can actually see. Let's go ahead and get this out of there. And then that. I don't know why it gave me the little error warning there and didn't let me do that, but hey. Oh, I only did a 2 on that. All right, so that's the level our dynamite is currently impacting. I put the wrong size in there, didn't I? I put a 2 instead of a 3, and there our water is coming back. All right, so I think that might be the last layer we can do all the way to this side. without impacting our little drainage area and our tree farm. So let's come back up because we can't take out this layer. Yeah, we messed up that dynamite. Let's come back up. And we're going to take it out and put in 3s just to make my life easier. Are they going to be able to pick that up is the operative question. All right, there we go. Maybe. Alrighty, while we're futzing with that, the other thing is Mr. Bud said, yep, he is correct. We do not have a path on top of this guy right there, so therefore they are not getting to it. And I just realized that is too far from district, so they are not getting to it. Okay. That's a pain in the butt. Okay, what are we gonna take out to be able to... Can I crane it if I come straight over? Yeah, I think we can. All right. If I put a ladder... no. If I put a platform... How big does it need to be? Swoop. That would also allow us to get that and that. And we'll just have that one little space right there. Okay, so now we need to be able to get up to that. Beavers are so quick. All right, let's run back down here and see if they got that in. I would like to get this done. And then this would just kind of be working in the background for us. All right. And then this. All right, let's take a peek here. I want to be super careful that we don't accidentally take out the things we need. All right, so we can do... It's probably not going to let us get a 3. But let's try for it. I think it's probably only going to let us get a 2. Oh, maybe a 3. Oh, but that puts us beyond what we can actually do. I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to get to this layer and stop. All right, let's take that back out. You're kidding me? They already got that all in? All right. I guess we have so many beavers with so many things to do that they all right, so if we go up 1, 2, oh, no. Bad tide approaching. Okay, so if we do... We need 1 here. So if we do 1s all around there, we can do 1s here. And then we can do 1s there. That should take us down the 1 layer we need without impacting our sluices. So there we go. All right. And as long as this is full up here, then we can set this guy He already is closing for a drought and closing for bad tides. And we already have sluice access right there. All right, very good, very nice. Boosh. Okay. There we go. The water hole is complete. We've been working on that forever. Seems really stupid, but we have been. All right, good to go. Now that means we've got a large quantity of water in there that will be accessible. Can they reach that spot to pick those up? No storage space. Oh, it's all extract. And we don't have any more storage for extract. Okay. All right. All right. Well, we'll solve that in a moment. Okay, so this guy, we got all but that. Can we just need to come over one more to get this. All right, and then this guy, we need to attach to the stream gauge. So if we put him in there, advance, attach stream gauge, we'll attach to this one. Then we tell him he has a current depth of 0.88 at the moment. So we are going to pause. Let's say 0.8 to yeah, let's put it at 8.2, and then we'll unpause. I want unpause. I think it's this one actually. When it gets down to 2.4, it's at 8.6, 8.5. I'm not exactly certain what the depth is needed for these guys. So if we need to watch it and see when it stops it, when the lightos no longer are usable. What is the problem here? Why do I... Okay, did we not put the... I'm so confused. But hey, that's done now. All right, pause. Did everything shut? Honestly, I don't think we needed the double layer here. The double layer is more for when we have fresh water so that it goes through. But it's not surging, it's opening these up quick enough that we're not getting that in there. All right, let's go ahead and go back to triple speed. It does look like they have completed everything here. And I haven't been seeing... Wait, let's slow down. Oh, he does. He has a tail. They have a tail. So we do have the pretty tails. Pause. Oh, he has potatoes on his tail. Oh my gosh, I love those so much. So we've got the potato. We've got this one, which I'm not 100% certain what it's supposed to be. Tree? No, maple syrup? It looks like it might be maple syrup. Oh, that's what we didn't put in our... on our tapper shack level. Why aren't you people screaming in the comments that I didn't have the tapper shacks in there? I mean, the maple trees in there. So we can make some maple pastries. That should be on this level. All right. We're gonna put these back to cut. You know what? Let's just, you know, we'll just wait. We'll just wait until that whole entire layer is ready to go. Oh my gosh. I'm going batty. Can we get a... Those are too big. We need the bakeries to have maple syrup. Okay. All right. Now we can go back to what we were doing. What were we doing? We were gonna take down this monstrosity. Okay, because all of that is in now. Our thingies are good to go. How much water do we have in there at the moment? It's at a depth of 0.8. Let's get rid of this stuff. And that one can go as well. Okay. We'll have them pick all that stuff up. And theoretically, we shouldn't be using this path anymore. But we'll do a wait and see on that. We'll do a wait and see. They have gotten all four corners in now, so we've got all of our lovely decorations. Very good, very nice. Okay. To the thing that we need to work on. This monstrosity over here that we've started. Let's go ahead and get the next one in. I think we should be able to do... That's where we're at now. We can go down one more layer. And it looks like the bedrock layer is like 2. Okay. And then if we go ahead and throw in that one. How are we coming over here? They did get all of this dynamite in, so we can implode that. All right, and now we have one giganto area for water. We also are pretty much tapped out on our water storage. So I would like to start the switch to the large tanks here over on this end. So what did we have to do? It was a double platform, or was it a triple? Triple? Right? Nope, not there. Right along there. Very good, very nice. Okay. And then why didn't this close? Because it's not set to close. Set height when drought starts all the way up. Set height when drought ends to 1.65. Set height when bad tide starts. And set height when... There we go. Now we are on bad tide, so we should come up here and take a peek. Is this working? Are our sluices... It's close. Close above downstream depth. Oh, it did flip-flop. I am going to... I'm gonna try something here. It is working. It is working. My thought is working. Now, these ones will set. This one is set so that if it gets below 6.5, then it opens. But if we've got this guy slowly releasing all of this water into this area, we shouldn't ever get below this. Except for if we need more water, we can open these guys, flood it into here, and then pump some more. I honestly don't think that's ever going to be a necessity. This is more for keeping all of this hydrated and these items down here working out. It's working, people, it's working. And we get this little guy, which I wish we could fit a stream gauge on. Basic, but we just have him set to unpause when drought and bad tide starts, so he comes over and he hydrates this corner of the field overhang, which is massive. It's totally massive. We could have planted that all with trees and that would have been cool too, but all right. So have we gotten, see, these guys haven't even cut that. So we need to get on our storage system. They've got those in. If we use our 6, I should have finished what I was working on over here, right? Squirrel, like always. All right. So now we have the ability to put in some more of the large water tanks. And if we take this path out, and we throw a path in across here, what is that? Why is there just a random tree here still? I thought we had cut all that stuff down. All right. Bing, bang, boom. Very good, very nice. Once they get rid of that path. All right, so these need to all be marked for water before I forget. They hold 1,200. So these each take 300. So 3, 6, 9, 12. 4 of those take up, well, even if you look at this much space. We're getting that amount in this much space now. So we're saving a considerable amount of space over what we had before. So awesome. We'll be able to reclaim some of this land to get this housing complex up and going, because at the moment we have 115 beavers with the possibility of 117, but we're at that point where we're like, it doesn't. Now, the operative question, we were looking at this over here too. Can we? Nope, it's not gonna let us. We're gonna have to come up a level if we want to create something there. Okay. Not a problem. That's not going to work the way I wanted it to. So we will go ahead and we will take those out so we don't have beavers accidentally building those. It would be kind of cool if we could make a straight shot. It's a lot of water there. In order to block this over, we've got to do something a little different. And why do we still have contamination right here? It's got to be through like this block here, which is not really necessary. So we might be able to get away with putting a side quest. It's side quest day. Because we've got contamination barriers there, so that shouldn't be a problem. We also have them there. The only place we don't have them is right there. Can we speed up this explosive? Please and thank you. And then we'll stick a levee in there. All right, this one is done. Boosh. Okay, so that is as low as she goes. Is right there, level 0. So now, if we come in here and we tunnel in, like how much do we need to tunnel in? That's the operative question. We also are going to need some ladders in here. And I'm going to face the ladder this way. And let's come back to the top. All right. So we were thinking we could go under this way and under this way. If we've got platforms running down the center for our storage areas, then we have the ability to, oh, wait a second. If that's not, that's only one block. We have to come up one more in order to be able to, we should have left that because we need 2 blocks in order to put a underground, whatchamacallit in one of these guys. It needs 2 levels, underground depth 2. So we need 3 levels, a level to put it on, 2 levels for it to go into. So if we want to do that at the very bottom of the world, we technically need this one and this one, right, for it to build into. It might actually need more. Will it let us build at this level? So we need this one and this one and this one. So we technically don't want, we want to come up 3 levels. We didn't need to dynamite that deep. Oops. I'm wondering if we don't, well, too late. I was gonna say backfill that, but we'll just let it. So 1, it gives us a way to count. 2, 3. Okay, and then we're gonna start with the tunnelage. See if I can find the right. So our tunnel is gonna start 1, 2 levels on, 1 level. Wait, it says underground pile. Underground depth must be built on the ground and must have 2 ground levels below it. So 1, 2 here. This is where we need to start our tunnelage. So 2 on the ground, and then they are A 4x4, right? 1, 2, no, 3x3. 3x3. But we might conceivably want to do a little bit deeper. 1, 2, 3, right? And then 1, 2, 3. So if we pull it down to that depth so that we can see, are we going to, no, we are not going to run into the mine at that point. So we'd have this back wall along here that would support 3. Then we've got the tunnels along here that would support 3, right? What is that hole? Did we... Oh, that's the hole we started before we realized we probably wanted to be able to see what we were doing. Right? Okay, so let's verify. 1 level, 2 levels for our underground depth. 1 level to put our actual item on, and then the level. So then we'd have 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna pause for a second. All right, so our thing is gonna be built on this level. Ooh, we probably should verify how tall are they? Is it gonna need more than 1 level? So we can easily do that by saying it can fit in 1 level. Woohoo! Okay, that makes our life so much easier. So I'm thinking if we've got 1, 2, that takes us all the way back to there. That's the hole we started. So that's 2. We need all of that space, right? We might need to rethink this though. Maybe move the ladders for this over here. All right, so if we've got, let's use the 3x as a, so we've got dunk, 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 dunk. And then we've got the same on that side. Oh, but we need 1 more. We need 1 more for a path. Oh, that's not going to work out very well, is it? Unless we orient them the other way, going this way on this side. I want both sides to match though, so that would mean... I know, you're listening to the thought process live here, people. 1, 2, 3, well, in recorded. That will give us 2, and then a path, and then 2, and then a path in it, in between it this way, which means we need to come back to underneath of these guys, which is not a problem in order to get the path down the middle. Okay, all right. I understand, so we've got to go past where I've got that right there. So let's start here. Oh, but now I can't see. It's right there in line with that guy. So we actually need to come back 1 beyond there. Okay. We got this. We got this. Right? So it's going to be... It's a very large space. Not to there. 1 beyond there. Right? And then that should let us put in... Let's go back up. I want to verify size here. I wish it... Underground pile. I wish it would say its little size right there on the little thing. Just to make sure that I'm not, yeah, 3x3. Okay. All right. Good to go. Good to go. So that will give us 4 on this side and 4 on this side. That will allow us to put in these guys. How many of these guys do we actually need? Well, we've got 600 planks in that one. Half of that one. We've got so many planks. This is already... Well, that is not even full. Okay. Let's get these guys going again. Let's get a path on there. Now, I do think... Where is our... Oh, they've started. They've started. Now that we're super close. I noticed this when I was filming the time lapse. I was too far away. You couldn't really hear what the beavers were doing. But, hey. So I'm wondering if we... The problem is I'm thinking it would be nice to be able to get a path to go along there, but I'm thinking we're going to have to do path along maybe the front of this one if we want to do another set of storage underneath of here. Although we could expand this way by another set. That might be a good way to go. Although I think we're gonna run into... Will we run into a ceiling holding problem? If we are only taking out here and here, it's being supported here and here, and then down the center path. So I don't think we will have a problem, but I think we could get away with another full set over here. And I think we are deep enough in the world that we don't have to worry about the 2, 3. That would be 1, 1, 2, 3. That would be 2, 1, 2, 3. All right. 3, 6. Let's go to there. We will have to double check upper layers. So that's coming to right there. I think it should be okay. All right. So next up, do we want to clean some of this up? I'll let those guys just do their thing underneath of there. Can we get rid of this? Oopsies. Get rid of this platform. It is going to make people very unhappy for a moment because they won't be able to get to this water. But yeah, we can, right? We can stick a levee in there. Not with that, we can't. All right. Levee. We did get this one done, so we can detonate that and stick the levee in here. And let's go. Oopsies, not two. Let's go ahead and pop priority on those two. And replace paths. I don't think we really need the path down to here, but who knows? All right, then we should be able to start. Wrong thing. We need a 3 here. Which direction is going to be best for these ones? Like that. Like that, and then we should be able to run 6s. Boosh. Okay. Beautimus. That means that we no longer have to look at the disgusting bad water. We also are going to put impermeable floors on top of that so that we never have a issue where we flood something and end up with the bad water popping through. It should just be forced right out here. Very good, very nice. Very good, very nice. How are we doing down here? Almost there. Almost there. All right, this side is done, so I think we could get away with 2, 3. We're gonna have boosh. Boosh. Okay. Then we should be able to build yes. Oh, that's wicked awesome. It worked. It worked, it worked. I'm thinking we probably could have come down and actually done that here, but I didn't want to risk imploding all of that and then not being able to do it and having to fill it all back in with dirt. So we'll just err on the side of caution for this particular thing because, you know, it gets a little wild. I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in here and mark it as planks right away because we are running into a huge issue with the plank storage right now. The other thing we're going to need to think about is the wood and everything like that that we need. I'm going to go ahead and switch this to logs. We technically need planks like right here. So they are using up all the planks that we made when we did all of this. Which is good. Oh no, do I still have stuff? I thought I had unplanted all of this. Oh gosh darn it. We don't want that. We don't want anything planted in there right now. Thank you very much. Oh, they've already filled up those maple syrup tanks from the upper level, from the maple trees up here. Okay. That doesn't do us very much good, but we'll figure it out. I'm thinking we probably are going to end up with some... Oh, we didn't take out this. I'm wondering how our water looks inside of here, too. So shall we see if we can x-ray it? Maybe not. We'll just use the level 2. I still have half a tile. And we only have 1.3 days left. Okay. Back to over here. Now that we've got can we prioritize that? And we will go ahead and do that. Now, the only thing is, are we going to have enough of all of the things to build all of these? Is the operative question. That one's set for planks. We are probably going to need to up the gears. Do we have gears going? Let's put another one for planks. Then we are going to say logs right there. What else do we store in those guys? I know there's no reason for this, but we're going to go ahead and put one of those in as well. I'm wondering if we can... It's not showing that anything is having an issue, so we're going to run with it. Holy cats, that's a lot of storage. All right, and then we are going to prioritize the picking up of all of these things. And you can put it right there. All right, next up. Why does the underground warehouse store so much compared to the underground pile? I mean, I know that's the one from the excess storage, from the storage mod. It's but it just seems like it's a little weird. All right, so is it the same? It must be built in the ground. It doesn't say anything about its look. So if we come to the side, what's going on over here? Stand by. Oh, we didn't connect the path. Oy vey. And you aren't selected for what you're supposed to be. Okay, there we go. All right, now we can come back to this. So what does this actually look like? I'm wondering. I was wondering. Is it the same? Oh, wow. That one is huge. That is not like the others. So what is it actually taking up? I can't get in a good position to actually count. So if that's there, it's taking up 1, 2, 3, 4 plus the ground layer. Oh, wow. So we need to come up 1 level. Holy cats. I think we'd be better off to just store in large warehouses. Honestly. Than to use that kind of space. That is not, I mean, I guess it's a lot larger storage is the thing. But see, we couldn't have done this at this level. Right? No, we couldn't have. But I like the visualization that it gave us, because you can kind of see where the like regular storage is in there. Okay. All right. So we're not going to use those. We are going to come up 1 layer, and we're going to start our next layer right here. And I know I don't, if I had left platforms, I wouldn't need to leave the layer, but we're going to leave the layer. The dirt layer. Oh my, they're getting all of those built rather quickly. All right, so we're coming back 1 past there, 2 there. Woo! There. And then these guys need 2 layers. So we need to do the same thing on this layer. There we go. How are we doing explosive wise? We got 321 and we've got 196 of the whatchamacallit, because we need both explosives and extract in order to do that, plus the planks. So we got the planks below us on this level right here. Very good, very nice. All right, let's come down and let's see here. We got logs. We've got, we might want to think about another entrance over here. Might be a good thought, just to make this a little bit more accessible. I'm not certain where that shows up in the upper levels of the world, but we'll have to look at that. All right, log. What do we have that we all store in a pile? Stores bulky resources. I wish they'd actually say what they store. I guess it says here, doesn't it? All right, so we've got treated planks. Let's do metal blocks. I'm going to do dirt and dirt. Then if this one was metal blocks, all right, so we've got 2 for log, 2 for planks, 2 for dirt, 1 for metal blocks. I almost feel like we need more for and there, our drought just started again. That we need more for logs. We've got that huge log farm, and we're not harvesting most of it because we don't have enough storage space. Then if we've got... That one's metal blocks. We've got 2 for planks. We don't have any for treated planks, which are needed for the mine. And then this last one, what are we gonna make it? This one's scrap metal, this one's scrap metal. I know we got a ton of scrap metal sitting on the surface that I'd like to move, so we're gonna do that. All right. They are plunking away at that. Good to go. All right. Oh, look at this. They got that all in. These are now obsolete. Obsolete. So we can get rid of those. I almost feel like we need a couple of hauling posts just to have enough beavers to run around and move all of this stuff we've got sitting here. Now, I also think we probably should look at some contamination barriers around here. These water tanks are going to move. We need to come up with water storage over here for this guy. I'm not certain what that looks like. But that is something we need to do. Now, over here, we need to come up with that would be like right here. That's like right there, right? That's not what I meant to do. Can I get the, yes, here? Is that the right spot? I wish it would do like a tunnel through the ground thing. So if I'm lining up with this one right here, it's right there. But the problem is then as soon as I move my cursor, I can't. Am I on this one or am I on this one? I suppose what I could do is just come down. To where I'm currently working and just add in one more. And 1, 2, 3. Path right there. Weird. We lost some of our sound. You notice that? I'm not in a menu. We're on 3 times. None of these explosions are happening. That's so strange. Very weird. Okay, what did that do for our storage levels down here? Nothing is getting to here. So I'm gonna say obtain. I guess that's not such a big problem. It can stay. And scrap metal. Obtain. I guess if I start forcing them to take things down, is probably a better... Oops, we had a little extra here. I didn't realize that was under there. All right, let's get rid of that. Actually, we can just put permeable floors on top of that. I mean, theoretically, we could have come in here and straightened like this out. Put levees in. And then it would have decreased the contamination. Ooh, look at all those little holler beavers run. This can go. It has no place over here anymore. All right. Next up. This is the next area I'm going to look at. This guy is of no use to us anymore, so it can go away. Along with all of the assorted platforms that were with it. Now, can we... like, this whole wall system is no longer needed. At all. Other than the fact that it's holding things up. So I'm wondering, can we, barring this little spot right here, build bad water storage right over this whole entire area with some platforms? We also could put in some storage like right here as well. Let's take up that guy. And honestly, we don't need this except for as the path into there. So we could jury rig like a whole bunch of this now. We also have the option of just filling it in. But I think that we could make this... let's come up here. We are gonna storage the heck out of everywhere. We've got all of this stuff stacked on platforms. And if we come in here with six, isn't gonna quite make it. And I can't put anything over there. So we're gonna have to do like that. And then some platforms. Works for me. And then we are also going to impermeable floor. We still run the possibility of flooding if it gets to be too much. We'll have to watch this little corner right here. If it becomes a problem, we will need to move ladderage and put in, move pathway and everything and put in some other stuff there. We don't need a stinking stair. All right. So what can we do with this space now? These could come out of here. We don't need that anymore. I mean, honestly, this mine isn't really exceedingly useful for us. I do think I will... two. Right? And then we can come straight across here with the path. Very good, very nice. No. That's not what I wanted. And now we do have a good possibility of putting in the deep storage, the extra large pile. Oh wait, no, that has a half block. It comes in on the first block, not the second block. That's kind of annoying. We could... Let me think about that for a minute. If we took out this area right here, we could put a whole group of warehouses in there. All right, now we can fit in. Where's the door? Well, we can fit one. That kind of is sucky. I wish we could fit another one. But you are in the way. All right, let's come back down here, see how they're doing. All right, we're going to take priority up on that. Oh, wow. I just realized what time it is. We are overtime on this episode. Whoops. Whoops, whoops. But we did accomplish quite a bit here today. So we got our first level of the industrial storage in. We filled in quite a few areas here that were needing to be done. We got the water handled, and we can get rid of this. Now that we've got enough storage, we're starting to see our tree forest areas really start to perk up and get enough of this done. So we'll come in here and we'll adjust zip lines. We'll make zip lines a better thing next episode. We have cleared out all of this storage over here. Like, that is kick-ass awesome. So I think we've accomplished quite a bit in our overtime episode here. So I will see you in the next one. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.